Hi again. Hi, my name is Katlego Mohammed and I live in Soweto and I am a businessman in Soweto. I currently run a fast food, there's a story behind that. In the previous video, I was telling you about like how I started, where my business journey started, how I was like able to sustain different businesses at the same time, So my first business was in grade 4 primary. I used to go to like a Catholic school. I previously mentioned that. Um, and I used to sell colored papers in grade 4. And then I sold stickers, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto stickers. And that's how I was able, just did that for fun. And I also used to save, like, I had a friend, his name is also Katleho. I won't reveal much about him because that's, yeah. So he started like this savings group whereby like us as boys used to save money every, you know, look out pocket money, and then like I was doing that, and then at the same time like selling at school, and then like getting pocket money from home. So it's like, yeah, just I don't know how it's just it just happened. And then later on, after like primary, I didn't do much, but after primary I started my first like business. I started selling candy. um, but the whole purpose or like the whole reason why I was selling candy was to basically like learn the school, just like something lightweight, something that's not gonna like put stress on my head, something that is easy to carry around and stuff like that, and something that is like doesn't disturb me during school hours. So that's why I was selling candy, and then I then started selling biscuits in the following year, grade 9. I did that for like a while. Biscuits, I was doing it alone. There wasn't like any help from anyone. I used to sell. I had a friend who was selling chocolate. He used to get like free chocolate from like his sister, who was like a marketer in some company, marketing company, and he was selling chocolate for like a minute, and then I started selling biscuits because I couldn't get the chocolate because family ties or whatever. So I sold biscuits for like 8 months in high school. It was a government school. There's about like 2,000 students in that school, and I it's like 75 students per grade per class basically. And then there's like, let's say each grade there's like 6 to 7 classes, so there's a lot of students in that school. And then I later graduated, started like doing it with other people. I deployed like people that could like work with me, work for me, type of thing. They used to sell 16 biscuits for 10 rand at 5 rands, So like they would sell 16 of those biscuits that cost 5 rand to sell, and then once they're done, I'd pay them 10 rands, and then um, some guys used to sell like 32, so I'd pay them like 20 rand, small numbers because we're still kids, and it wasn't like hectic or anything like that. It just kept on going. I did that for about like a year, in grade 10, and then grade 11. I used to like do fashion stuff like brands, events, in my local community. My friend started like a fashion clothing brand, and he used to sell t-shirts, and I would help him with that. I would sell like tickets for him. Then we did that for a minute, matric year. Also, like there wasn't much I was doing. I was just like hustling and stuff like that. Just like I used to sew clothes, in my private space, in my private home, and I would like tailor clothes for like high school kids. So in high school or like in government schools, there's this tendency of kids wearing like skinny pants. I had like a sewing machine, and I would like tailor their pants for like 50 rands. At the time, I was like tailoring like 3 pants per week. So I did that up until I think like it was like 3 months before matric ended. I started selling durags, So like there was this trend of waves, and then I started selling durags for like I think I was selling each durag for like 110 rands, and I would stock them on Alibaba for like 10 rands, 14 rands, stuff like that. I mean, these businesses, like, they were good businesses, but you know, it was because of the opportunities I had in high school, proximity to like a lot of students who had like disposable income, stuff like that. So I did that for like about 3 years, you know, selling durags, which helped me fund my first business. You know, I started selling like French fries in my backyard. You know, we already had like a business at home that was already running, so like there was already like an influx of people that had like trust for our name, for our home. I did that for like about 2 years, you know, up until I started like now moving into a bigger business, which is now what I'm doing now. I've been doing this for like 3 years. Lots of complications in the fast food business. You know, we've been selling kotas for about 3 years now. And that's basically my business journey, man. Like, I've been doing this for like a while. I'm planning to expand in the near future. The stuff I do on the side, I won't expose much about my life, but like, I feel like this is enough for you guys to be interested in me, my business career, my business life, what I'm doing, what I'm planning. I'll be posting this on YouTube, you know, I'll be posting this on TikTok, I'll be posting this on my Instagram, and I hope you guys follow the journey, follow my spirit, you know, in the business world. I'll be showing tips, tricks, what to do, what not to do, you know, how I've had so much influence and how I found it easy to do all of these businesses without giving up, you know. Yeah, so I'm trying to become the best businessman out there. I'm trying to become like the best, not like, you know, hustler. Nah. I want to be like really good at business. When it comes to like numbers, I feel like people are struggling, especially when it comes to cash flow. People are struggling when it comes to like sales revenue, you know. When it comes to things like marketing, that's not a problem, but like just like management of the business, that's like, people are really like it's bad out there. People are using that money to sort of like pay off, you know, their immediate expenses, you know. So that's why most people aren't really making it big in business. I've been bootstrapping my journey. I've never had any funding. I've never had any, you know, free rides. The only time I've basically gotten help, which is now, I've been doing this with my brothers and like my cousin. You know, we've had our issues, but we're still doing it, and we're planning on expanding soon. This is why now I am going over it. You know, please stay for the journey, enjoy, subscribe, follow, like,